remembers. Nahita's consciousness had bin trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues so much time. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have it. Yeah, guess you're right. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Anyway, for Nahita's sake...
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's deep, but never mind.
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. Huh? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are trapped. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. Hey.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you So, when do you leave?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few...
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. Though, now that I think about it...
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita? Oh, good point.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, traveler.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
abandoned water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port. Wow, everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extreme. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful... Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more... So... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join them.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for us. I was expecting a sudden plot.
Excuse me. Can I help you too?
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and...
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really...
Really? Like...
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? In what you see in reality, you may ask whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the...
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste them. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, wait. I almost forgot to ask you our question.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say...
I think what they mean is that they wish to... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment, well...
Is the Hydro Archon...
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult...
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may take...
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Arch... Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon...
Yeah, I suppose you could say...
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of it.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of luck.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Arch, but who knows how long making an appointment... Hey! What are you looking over there for? Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello?
Huh?
Oh!
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and...
You're pointing at the sea.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just... And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. But now, the water...
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh!
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative.
Seems you were right.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memory?
Oh, that. It's from a... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain... Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have.
Oh, all right then. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the opera house.
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the opera. Please, follow me.
Carving waves!
You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
So, she's the Hydro?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never... Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power, and I, Thosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was... Miss Hydro Archon?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even you had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady for...
Of course! That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about.
Ooh, I've got to see this.
Yes, get too excited now. My dear believer, you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of...
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays...
Yeah, she's right.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
You see. Then, as the god of justice...
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent the... Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us...
Oh, according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's Our Lady.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that?
Precisely. Now, if you two have no...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil. I don't think that Paimon here meets the
You tell her, Linny! Finally, someone who's...
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit...
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the So, with such an audience gathered here...
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
You
I'm not sure what to think. It seemed...
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the
Performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. But when there are valid grounds, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr.
Unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was... So, now do you see what kind of god...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a
I just know a few simple tricks. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in...
But isn't the Opera House where...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety and
My brother's always excited to make...
Oh, sure. We don't really have any...
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go... This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help...
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... I'm not sure exactly when it began, but it says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin, until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will... In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will...
That sounds pretty gloomy.
There are lots of guesses. Others say, but here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels... Many people carry on with their lives as... We hope that at least the people who reside... As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity.
Oh, Paimon gets it!
Now...
So you're the blonde... Oh, thanks.
What's this?
What?
No, the story said as time wore on, people decided. So, if you ask me, in the water...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one.
all...
Let's ride!
Huh? I don't want that. Life is all about...
You should...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Need a surfboard?
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was... Yes, but...
Is there anything else you...
Yes, one...
So, you wanna...
Oh, that would be...
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an Maybe next time.
No, wait.
Fine.
So, we're going to the court...
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong?
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention and watch her movement.
Oh, he's red!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route. All right.
Off we go! Carving waves! This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's...
Are you sure that...
No. Anyway,
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she...
I saw the general direction she...
Oh,
I'll be all right.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try...
But at least we were able to get this...
what a slippery...
All right.
Ever tried chasing waves before? You wanna try? Well, come on, no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach. The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest. You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible. Ever tried chasing waves before? You wanna try? Well, come on, no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach. You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible. The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest.
This thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The seat.
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm...
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that... besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us.
Guess that's what it's like to be an old...
It's about time for us to leave.
Oh, excuse me! Aren't you the great magician Lin?
Hello. I don't believe we've...
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Amazing!
Wow.
So, Charlotte, what do you...
Well, when there isn't... You can still manage to keep readers' attention. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships. Or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for fun. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is... Oh, I just remembered! I've been following a...
You mean the serial disappearances of young women?
That's right! These stories are the... If I'm the... Oh! When that happens, I bet...
So, what is that?
That's right! The first missing girl came, and ever since, after a period of time. But the scariest part is that many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case. But shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly
Please don't imagine that.
Hey, we're almost
Well, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, us as...
I have an
Okay.
Bye now. Oh,
What a tough job. Always running around.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home?
Sure. We... Let's ride!
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets.
Yes.
That's our...
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't...
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days...
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that it said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went. When I was a child, my mother told me that Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be... Let Paimon try some. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept.
Sorry. It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed?
Yeah, some preparation. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus.
Oh,
What is it, Fremen? Perhaps we could... I'm afraid that...
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
sorry for the
Oh, no need. Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh, no, we're just...
Ah, these must be from Magic Pockets. No need. But they insisted on paying the full...
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't...
Hey!
Why use your hands?
But where does a big
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure, but basically...
Huh?
Well, I'm not... When a trial is...
So, that's what... Paimons... Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the...
Even though I've never heard... Besides indemnity, it isn't produced...
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away.
You again?
Yeah, but...
Huh?
Seems business isn't so...
Hey, hold on! Before you go around trying to collect payments, if Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the...
You're from Northland Bank.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snatch...
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. And but it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get...
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait...
You kidding? Aren't you the one? Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last...
Hey! That's way over the line! All right!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses.
Paimon!
You can run, but you can't hide. Shouldn't let your guard down.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late. Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost...
Strange. How could that happen?
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I
So what are you doing in Fontaine, Chad?
Well...
Huh? What kind of reason is that?
I don't know, but recently... That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but it was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was she was always quiet. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me. Because I had awakened it. And
But what is it?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar!
It takes that shape.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. So why don't...
You make it sound... But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even...
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really
What?
No.
Official champ...
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to... The champion duelists are so engaging in such... And the worst case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered.
So, do many...
Apparently, it's exceedingly... Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today...
Well, that's child for ya.
Oh, before I forget...
Huh?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll... Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while.
Paimon knows what you're up to.
What?
That sneaky guy. He said he's been... Well, since we don't... Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the life. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the... Lily said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
Need a surfboard? Off we go.
Off we go. Need a surfboard?
Carving waves!
Need a surfboard?
Faster!
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Need a surfboard?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Time to go.
Nice and spicy!
One with nature. to the wind.
Boba, get them!
One with nature.
Need a surfboard?
I follow the wind.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera at the Clays. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon. Please.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn...
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children. What?
Right.
What do you mean? There are...
Hey, you're not...
I see. In fact...
It's because of...
When do you cry?
Wait, what?
Just answer me.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh,
Then you should understand that tears contain your most... Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
Rather than war, don't let that calm...
Oh, right.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seat.
Ooh, front row seat?
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant.
Yeah, we'll just... These should be our seats! Come on! Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation. Ah, you little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what...
Oh! So you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping... wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon... Oh! Paimon's got it. You're also here.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linny would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny, then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just...
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deed, and as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linny. I should say it is in fact an honor for me.
Wait.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and...
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their... And by the way, I should probably let you know, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking... I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and sad...
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the...
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations.
Yay! The show's finally about to... Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone. Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way...
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, I know you might miss her, but don't worry. Oh, and you never know what can happen in the... A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skill... To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in...
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her...
Thank you everyone. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even... The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. In which case, I have... So, for my next trick, I will... Please, if my assistant... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One... I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already... Our lucky audience member... Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box...
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual...
The lucky audience member will be generated by this. It selects numbers entirely at random. Now then, let's be... let me see... Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now... Please, come forward. My assistant will take you... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully... You don't need to do anything, but no matter what if the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might...
Oh.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more... Like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying... Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. Come on, repeat after me. 60! That's right, perfect! Keep it...
54, 53, 50... Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting and merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that... 40! 30...
Mr. Linney, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway,
25! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I
seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to...
Never mind the decorations. There's...
No, that's unacceptable. I want...
19! 18!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. 10 seconds and change is still...
10!
Almost there now.
8!
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Is this part of... Mr. Linney, you're going...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the...
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the... Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the... As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl... It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the... And there are many indications that it is connected...
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearance.
Huh? Why me?
No. This all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl, now that I think about it, that whole...
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. and catching himself.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against...
Huh? I just think that he... Well, I think it might...
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna hurt...
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a mad...
I mean, of course, my dear people. But that's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? Then there's no problem. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. So no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner.
I understand. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric... Are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney and... Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may... Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects. The audience may be...
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind...
Linny!
Sorry about it.
Of course!
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this... I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could... I understand. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect. I don't know whether would... As for how that... Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like...
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says... The impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them one. Don't worry. Paimon...
I think they look...
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards good thing you agree.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start...
Oh, well... I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our... We should go...
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Huh? Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cal. This is the However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything,
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both... So injustice. I know there's... I've seen a lot of cases. Sorry. Anyway, you mean vet...
pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look, most of it was burned away, but there's still a little... Huh. Wait. Hello there.
The seats were all booked in advance. Sure, it's not. Her name is Halsey. Apparently, the Magic Troop member. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all. That's how it seems to us.
Okay then.
No need to be so. It is of utmost.
I see that you're in. If you find any.
We don't have too many. The Thud?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with. I'm of the opinion when the
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for...
Perhaps the balance wasn't. Oh, that's true.
That does...
Lenny's still talking to the guard. I think someone...
The investigation team has some new findings.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lenny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used them... Well...
It turns out, I'm sure you already know that you have to... In other words...
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lenny.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to...
Well, you're right on the moor about that one, but who are you?
From mediating, and I Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Mel...
Huh?
My apologies, demoiselle.
No need.
Okay.
All merely trifling... That's right. Judging from the look of things...
Really? But...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was... But that's not... Anyway.
Sounds more...
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times. All right.
Wait a minute.
Well, in your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
And why would that be?
Most astute, no matter how, then if that can be done.
All right, now.
Wait! That's more like it.
Far be it from you wish to...
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some prep...
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit.
Were you always...
Yes, after the chief. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there...
How can you be...
Well, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, we
So, it's safe to say... Alright, thank you for your help. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is...
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware.
Very good.
You may spare the...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you... Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate, and these are my companions. Would you mind?
Oh, new...
Well, let's...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes. Oh, but before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic, remembering the deep...
Huh.
Ah, good eye.
The back?
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together... Exactly.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the...
I knew you'd figure out. The 2 magic boxes are positioned... See this? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the...
I see.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer...
So that's how you...
Once the box was lowered, the audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark.
Right! You were talking that whole time!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began...
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way...
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick.
So that's how it all worked!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel, and then I walk out of the other box in the audience area. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience.
We really don't know how...
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able... Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are...
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict.
Thanks, everyone.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which...
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water and here's a broken vase!
That can't be. Oh! These are the clothes that the lady chose and her clothes are here. But she...
Right! And do you... Ugh, this is so confusing. What is this place?
It seems someone could...
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon... Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have...
Whatever it is. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained this. Let's find a place.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House. The guards have checked.
So the tunnels become like a...
In other words...
Charges?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both... To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will. And
This also precludes any kind of...
Once both sides, then...
Huh?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Yes.
Huh?
Because we've
They're concerned, and even if that were...
I'm ready to break...
Whoa!
Of course. I just hope you...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together. I mean, what better way to properly think through our...
Huh. Breaking out. Just kidding! Just kidding!
What do you mean?
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be
I have eggs, sugar...
Good work, you two.
These three are quite the... and that it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's from the way you had these two guys carrying on, but you ended up
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Don't underestimate. Anyway, well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served. No need for...
All right, then. However, we can assume that Linny and the magician twin...
Exactly! Why would they...
The flower vase and resulting in the shadow... Perhaps the crypt...
Paimon thinks that makes...
True, but...
Huh. Could Halsey...
That's right. And even if she... Nor does she have...
From the sound of your macarons... What?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate... Wait! Even you don't believe... If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons...
All right, Malus.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3
Exactly!
As you wish,
And I have the egg sugar...
Well...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied.
All right.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I...
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult...
Time to go.
Just relax. Even if everyone else... Besides...
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how...
To be honest?
No.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly...
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the... Firstly, in order for the...
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus...
Yes, that's correct.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady...
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly... There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct
That is simply your hypothesis based on the...
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while...
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud.
Huh?
Hey, hang on!
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from...
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the... Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did so.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably...
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny! Why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, first, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Are these claims... Please answer my...
I'm sorry. Yes.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the center.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant...
Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial...
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me... I know you've... But our organization...
Right now, we want to save people.
That's right. I'm sure I knew if it weren't... That's why I didn't... The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about every... Right. You met a but still...
Sorry.
Well, you both say that, but... Right.
Of course. We've been trying to find... During our investigation... From that moment on, Lynette...
Is that why you needed a...
That's right. So, after...
That air vent was created during the...
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite... That voice seemed... On the way back, after that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that
That's the only way we can save...
So, it was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense. Huh? Let's ride!
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived, and so Linney proceeded to knock. Afterward, Linney... And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have...
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linney experienced, and what he saw. Seems this... According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had... Seems this won't... Linny went to the room that contains the aura... Linny did not take part in the underground altercation.
Attention! When the countdown started, Linny did, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And finally, he reached the surface. And that was when the accident happened from his point of view.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine.
Well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box... You're saying that he wasn't?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Are you sure we don't need to give this... That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Could there have been a third person? Halsey is the missing person. The deceased's name is Cowl.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowl!
Oh!
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would... The deceased's name is Cowl. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The deceased's name is Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clap. It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left. The deceased's name is Cowl. Linny was not in the tunnel at that. It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or It would have been tough for both people to... The sound we heard may have come... Halsey's clothing was in... It would have been tough for both...
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not just like the trick...
If only we...
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits. And it's not like this is a magic trick.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name is... The vase was not broken by chance. It was you...
Paimon gets it! Lynette escaped. If there's a similar method...
Just a moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and mystery.
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional guards, please step into the lounge and examine.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are
the primordials.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids. In one of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is. The notes also state that these dissolution properties were, as such, we...
You've got to be kidding! People did...
Could something so ridiculous actually...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just...
Order! Order! Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, please continue. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence.
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that.
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such... The deceased's name is Cowell. Lynette was in the magic box. I remember there was something else within the inner... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick. The water from the primordial sea should... The rope that held the water... I remember there was some...
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, when the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed... Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel. But he encountered something.
That actually links together a lot of the more
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact... His notes mentioned he had an accomplice.
On that note, I shall now invite him...
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just... And we found an...
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Does this not... My dear citizens, my loyal audience... Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young, having made modifications. But upon his return, and ultimately, he knocked Cowell out. And now, as much as I... Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end?
Oh no! Paimon can't think of it. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough now. And I believe this is in... Now then, my good, noble...
Excuse me, everyone!
Miss, I must ask you not to shout, and to...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back... What?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about Mr... But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth? And wouldn't such a trick... Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't... But, as the magic makers and stars of the show,
I understand.
And well...
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit... I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
that'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the... Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna... That's how I make a living. But I was noticed at the...
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief! Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. So I played along. I wasn't going... There was nowhere to run from there, though. So I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, had I known that...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective. Seems this... The flower... The strange sound... Lillian.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected, her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicks the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover he did not know that mistakenly the two broke with no way of escape.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting.
At this point, all the events...
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments.
Wow, look at that! She's like a...
If there are no objections, then as the Chief the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, with some modifications to cover up any evidence, while he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of he poured the water from the primordial sea in. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing. If all had gone to plan, realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked on Lillian according to her own. As for Linny, from this while there is much in Linny and this case at least, as such.
Great work.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, how did you find the water from the primordial?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that I'm sure you know.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto...
And now that you're... Therefore you...
Yes, our boss. It can also be me. We've been in this...
And now he can no longer...
Such rude...
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me, but still. Let me... I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior... As for why I'm a... That was how Father, who you might know as...
A knave?
That's right. Back when our parent... To survive, I took my sister... To my surprise, before long...
So you went from...
That was how we... But I gradually just... He would
That doesn't seem...
After one I waited a long... The answer he gave...
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, I managed to all I saw...
So...
That's right. Father, the house of the... I was hesitant, but she was also...
Oh... So that...
She has gained
So... She believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. Today's case, everyone at to us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
seems small.
It's alright. I just hope you can. If you should need anything at all in the.
Bye, Linny.
Need a carving waves. Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do. Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And
I see. Sorry.
Don't say that.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new... Wait.
Huh?
Well, Anyway, it would just be a me...
You don't have to
Oh, wonderful. In that case...
All right, then.
Need a surfboard? I came here several times with my father when I was little.
Oh, don't worry.
In that case...
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food...
And if it's...
Well,
You, sure have your own way of doing... Oh, we called this a
Oh.
Huh? Speaking of cases...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
If it hadn't happened...
Right? Yet, in such investigations, even the small... To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the... It's not that I don't have... It's easy to go... Which is exactly why the Swina do... Those highfalutin... It's all... Let's talk about something else. Like,
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, your primary objective... I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for...
Yeah.
Well, would you consider...
Guess that's...
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's class. I'm sure Lady Farina... Alright, I can personally testify that this one works. Valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels...
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know...
Huh? Paimon...
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to...
No, it...
Alright. Honest...
Is that so? If we're all finished...
Yeah, we're stuck.
Nothing.
Let's get ready to try to meet...
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in any case...
See ya! People around any...
Vache?
Looks like we're back here. Huh? Traveler?
Vache?
Hey! What? Huh? Hey! Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache? Are you... No, wait. You seem to be someone else. My memories feel like... How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear... Yes, that is what I was. I do not know how I came to be like this. No matter where... But now... We can... No! The thought of me gives him... If you meet Vache, perhaps that... If only I could have comforted him. Is that what you call... It was a state... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first... I think I hear your companion. Farewell then.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Quick, now's our chance!
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so...
I followed you.
I believe that following
Mr. Callus's last wish was...
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was...
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all...
Sorry,
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that
I doubt I know much. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their...
I'm sure they've and...
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not... I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal...
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league?
Yes.
I will continue... Right. I suppose that's the best...
Demoiselle, I believe that...
I know, I just... She's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought those Gardamex... Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got...
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't real as such.
It will take...
If it were me, I would...
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one...
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake. After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when that the Fanta tasted kinda salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we...
Huh! Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Bord. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurt...
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh.
Well, speaking of which, did anything...
Well, it can't be... Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad...
New intel?
Well, let's see... Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or... Yes, thank you. Oh, you...
Well, you did. And besides, we're in this now.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina...
You talk too much. Well, we also have some plans.
Don't worry, you two.
It's right.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted.
Huh. Very.
I shall find.
Thank you, Malus. Now.
Faster!
Need a surfboard?
Off we go!
Add astro. Add astro.
Thank you for
Add astro. Add astro.
Need a surfboard?
Carving waves!
Need a surf?
Let's ride! Carving waves! Faster! Let's ride! So, this is your...
Your accommodations have been.
After all, we don't allow it. Seems like it's tough times for everyone. To be your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow.
And no. My father's name is Callus. Yes, 3 years ago.
Oh no.
But I do at the time. But strangely, he not that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be how could he protect his honor? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had.
So
that's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, I must know what if only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid and now, here I...
Demoiselle, please. If there...
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident.
Wait! If Callus was such a good...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something people love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss.
But how could... never mind.
There is one...
Oh! Her? Well, then... yeah. That's not...
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but...
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told her... Yes, that is our...
All right. Anyway, that's the... thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been what I suspect. No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working in that case.
Guess I'm finally on the right.
Need a surfboard?